What's up, everybody? Long time no see. We just got him looking at some near dead mealworms here. They're not too fond of anything that's not live, so I'm not sure if he's even going to take it, but they seem to like mealworms better than anything, so. But, been kind of concerned about their eating habits lately. I've been letting them pig out, and then they don't eat for a couple days, which is kind of throwing me off. But, oh, there we go. Good. And yeah, if you notice, I just put the mealworms in a bowl and then put the bowl in there, just so they don't burrow into the mud. I keep it pretty moist in there, but still, I've got to clean the tank, to be honest. I mean, I've got watermarks everywhere. And then because of the crickets and their calcium powder running along the bottom, it's getting killed. Yeah, as you can see, there's one chilling right there. But I put 3 mealworms in there. I'm not sure if he'll eat the other one, but the girl, if you can see, her tail's poking out on that rock. She's just hiding. She's pretty jumpy still. I mean, she's a lot more comfortable than she was, but I mean, she's just in general more jumpy than he is. He's pretty comfortable. Honestly, I can pet him. I mean, he's very protective over her, so I mean, he still runs around when you put your hand in the tank now because she's here. But I mean, yeah, like if you can catch him by himself when she's not really visible, he'll just chill, let you pet him and shit, and like he'll let you put your finger in front of his face, and sometimes he'll even lick you. He's pretty friendly. I like him. He's awesome. He turned out to be a really good Anole, or Anole, whatever you want to call him. But and he's, you know, believe it or not, they're both pretty active. Oh, there she is. She's poking her head out there. Oh, let's see what happens here. There we go. Awesome. Let's see what she does now. They don't always mate when they do the little territorial thing. I mean, when I first got them, that's all he ever tried to do, but he's really calmed down since. They do mate regularly, and she's actually a lot more willing now. She likes him, I guess. Looks to him for protection at times. But when I first got them, she didn't want to be near him. She'd even sleep during the day and come out at night for like the first 2 weeks, I think. Like, I'm not even kidding. Um, but yeah, she's totally comfortable now. Like they legitimately hang out together all day, and he's pretty protective over her, I'll tell you. And she is actually, I think, naturally a brown anole. Um, she is brown like 80 to 90% of the time. He is mostly green, like 100%, like he's a green anole. Um, but he goes all, like, you know, they go brown and black. I mean, yeah, near black. I mean, not black, but. And they can mimic patterns. I mean, I've seen them do it. They stripe themselves sometimes depending on their, like if you notice that the black one I got going across there, right? Sometimes when there's tears in them, when you get tears in them, I notice they'll mimic the tears on their backs, which will end up looking like stripes. That's pretty neat. And yeah, if you noticed he wiped his nose there, he does that to scratch. And also when he's shedding, he'll do that. They're really interesting though, I gotta say, like for my first reptile, they're pretty easy to take care of in my opinion. I mean, I got most of my equipment. Like I'd probably say at this point now 60% of it is used, but when I first got my stuff, like 90% of it was used. Um, just as an example, I mean, you know, these leaves over here, I bought them from the store, and this nice stick in the front is bought from the store, and that thing hanging from the top, which, if you take a look, honestly, all I did was tie it. And it looks gray, right? So it's like a rock, which they don't mind. They hang out in it pretty often, actually, which is nice because it's directly underneath the sunlight. And believe it or not, you can't see it, hold on, am running it at 92.9. And I gotta tell you, man, like, people are always like, oh, you can't have it too high, da 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 da. Well, I gotta say, both of my guys like it at sometimes 96, 97 for like an hour or two a day. Don't get me wrong, I've got, if you notice, three lights running here, believe it or not. And I mean, honestly, um, I mean, I turn off the third light on and off all day, and it balances between anywhere from sometimes low 80s, depending on how cold it is. I am in Canada, remember, and high 90s, I'd say, if I want to get it up to there. It's only September, so I mean it's gonna get colder. I'm probably gonna have to switch out one of the lights and get like a 100-watt light, but we'll see what happens, right? I'm gonna play it by ear. This is the first year with them. To be honest, I've only had them like what, 6 months roughly. But I mean, I love them, man. They're super cool. I mean, the girl takes a long time to get friendly. Well, she's poking her head out. But I mean, he is super friendly, and they're just cool pets, man. I gotta say, I'm not disappointed. Yeah, I'm not disappointed at all. I highly enjoy them. They're fun to watch, interesting. You know, I mean, you learn a lot about reptiles, I'll tell you, when you after you get your first one. I definitely plan to get more. I'm looking at maybe, I'd probably say a snake or a dragon. Um, Not sure yet. I'm gonna look into, proper care and environment, and to be honest, I'm gonna see what's cheaper first, and I'm gonna probably grab what's cheaper, and then go from there. Just because I am on a bit of a budget, and if you've watched my previous videos, you know that. So we definitely got to get used equipment sometimes. But on that note, I did actually. You wouldn't believe what happened to me today. I went to the store today, and I found this, which is something like this is normally like 20 bucks or 40 bucks, and I found it for 20. And what's awesome about it is you got holes in the structure here, so they can climb in and out. One in the back over here. I know it's hard to see, but there's a hole there. And I plan to replace um, that wooden log right here. If you can see it in the corner, which the branches are covering like that. Yeah, I don't really want that log there anymore. I mean, they don't really use it that often, other than, like, really, they sleep in those bushes up there all the time, but that log itself doesn't really get used. Neither with this one, but I got it for a future fountain, so I'm just gonna, like, move it around, keep it in there for a while. But yeah, anyways, tank's looking great. I redid it a little while ago. Um, since I have bought a few pieces in the last month or so, I'm probably going to be looking at redecorating again, and I'll probably do a much shorter video this next time because I know I haven't updated in a while, but just figured I'd let you guys know how everything's been going. Everything's been going pretty good too, so alright, have a good one, guys. Take it easy.